My group coaching program is to support people who support others over a period of 6 months. People I'm thinking it will be most relevant to are those people who are in high pressured frontline roles whereby they're constantly on the go, they're constantly be called on to help other people who are suffering in their lives. And often they don't get time to resource themselves or to take time out and reflect on where they're at and how they're practicing in a way that both meets their needs so they can then best meet the needs of others. I believe through the work I've done, the research I've done, my experience of working in frontline roles is that the quality of care that people can offer other people is utterly dependent on the quality of care they give themselves. And so taking care of ourselves is key to what we're able to deliver for others. And when we don't invest in that, we show up in a way that can be detrimental very innocently, but can be actually quite harmful to other people because we're in a frantic state of mind, because we're not able to take that moment to tune into someone else, to listen to them, because we're intent on getting things done or intent on getting things right, and we forget there's a human in front of us, and we forget that there's a person who just wants to know they matter, like we all do, like you do too. And so it's important to know how we prioritize that for ourselves first so we can be alongside people in a way that lets them know that as well. And when we do that, the quality of results we get, the likelihood of someone else being able to recover, being able to get through what they're going through increases exponentially. It's going to be a small group coaching program, so I'm imagining it will only be up to 6 to 8 people. It's going to involve getting together in person 1 day a month, and that will be here in the field. No matter what the weather, we can be indoors or outdoors, using the pool, being in the sauna, using the different spaces. Each month we'll be covering a topic that's relevant to people, and then during that month they'll get an opportunity to have a one-to-one coaching session with me, and there'll be a webinar that people then get together and reflect on how they're applying the learning that they saw during the day together in their work and in their lives, so we get to integrate it. And then there'll be resources and a WhatsApp group that you can tap into to get support in real time as you're getting through life. I think after some initial nervousness about showing up and being in part of a group, people quite quickly start to see the value of being able to share their experience with other people, being able to hear other people's experiences. But even more than that, for me, the value of working together in a group is that when we set aside all of our already knowing listening, our already understanding things listening, what comes through each of us actually serves each one of us too. So there's something that's co-created together. There's a wisdom that comes out of the group conversations that's got so much more depth and so much more nuance to it than if it's just one-on-one. And why me? I give a fuck about it. Like, I really give a fuck about the people who take care of others taking care of themselves. And I care about it because I've been one of those people who's in my professional life as a humanitarian worker, but then also as a mum, and a sister, a partner. I know the difference it makes to the quality of how I can show up and how I can be with other people is so shaped by how understanding, compassionate and loving I am to myself. I tend to be quite blown away by some of the feedback I get from groups I work with in terms of the difference it made to people and the degree to which it's transformed their lives. So feedback that I've got is things like people no longer experience feeling anxiety anymore, that they have a totally different relationship with their children or their partner at home, that they aren't afraid to stand up in meetings and speak anymore, that they're totally different to who they thought they were beforehand, and they don't recognise that they could feel so at ease and in love with life. Working with groups, whether it be big training courses of 15 people or smaller groups of 6 or 8 people, is one of my favourite things to do. I think I feel really emotional when I start to think about what it means to be able to support people in this way, because I know the difference it makes to people's lives to feel loved and wanted and to feel like they belong. And often people get into the professions they do because they knew that to be important for themselves and they want to offer it to others. But in doing their jobs, they lose sight of that. And so being able to put them back in touch with that is really heartwarming, and it's such a privilege to be alongside people doing that.